Wowzers, we're here. We're actually, yes, are you there? I'm here. And Jarek, is that it? Something like that, has just joined us. Welcome. If you're on Periscope, thank you very much for joining live. If you're on Facebook.com/Martin Shine Live, thank you for joining us live. And the same for YouTube and Mixer and Twitch and, as I say, YouTube as well. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. It's all working as far as I can tell at the moment. If you'd like to send us a comment on YouTube, that would be good. In fact, it would be appreciated, so we know the chat is actually working right now. Send us a chat anywhere. But if you send us a chat on Mixer and Twitch, might not be seen, so you're better off on one of the other platforms if you do want to interact at the moment. We're working to improve the technology day by day, step by step here, and we're getting there actually, which is good. That's a good thing. We are gradually getting there. Thanks for joining us. 11 minutes past 11 p.m. UK time in England, right here where I am, is when we try to go live these days, and we've been doing really good lately. In fact, though, today I was out and about travelling, and so the last time I broadcast wasn't 23 hours ago or so. It was actually, how many hours ago was it now? About 10 hours ago, and plenty of course joined us then. Yeah, so I think all is good, or as good as can be right now. I'm having to double check because there's not many comments at the moment, which is interesting. I think that's the word we'll use there, is interesting. And there we have it. Right, so I'm early ish. Everyone else is definitely late. They're taking a leaf out of Patty in Wisconsin's book apparently right now, because she's been late recently, and more than once. But that said, on the last broadcast, you did join us in time to actually have a live chat. If you want to join us live, but you're watching the replay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, because I don't know what time you're watching on the replay, and on what particular date or time of the year for that matter. It's any time from the moment this finishes, you'll be watching the replay, and potentially. So don't forget, if you're on Periscope, you can, even on a replay, gently press the screen right there. Better off doing it live right now, and see the hearts appear when you do that. Different colour hearts depending on who's pressing their screen. But if you do follow, it's what I was going to also say, on Periscope, press the up arrow and you can share this out. But if you press the three dots in the corner of the screen there, then you can also certainly let other people know that this broadcast is taking place, and you can share it with them, and we do appreciate that, and it's a good thing to share it out. And again, if you follow me, you'll receive a notification when I go live, and then you won't miss a thing, and you can join in the chat and the community that is here, that apparently isn't quite here at the moment. And it's ironic that I was mentioning Patty's name just a short moment ago in Wisconsin in the United States of America, because the first person to comment on this broadcast is in fact Patty. Yes, wow, that's pretty timely of you there on FaceSpace. There she is, or is it Space Face? No, that's Space One, long gone. Whatever did happen to Thingy Space with Tom? Do we remember Tom and MySpace? Goodness me, that seems like another lifetime ago. Of course, Facebook did buy up MySpace.com long time ago, and pretty much have driven it into the ground. Well, they didn't bother working on it really. It was a competitor potentially, so that's been pretty much sunset, as they like to call it in the business, laid to rest. And although it's there's really not much activity on MySpace these days. And I mentioned that because if you are on Facebook, by the way, if you're on Facebook, don't forget, please like the page and do follow as well. That's where Patty is at the moment. That's why I was mentioning Facebook. Weird, my comments did not show right away. Strange ghostly things and spiritual happenings from Wisconsin right now. Are you driving at the moment, Patty? I guess you're not driving right now. Yeah, I'm assuming. But I don't like assuming, so I'm asking, and hopefully I'll respond to it at the moment. Oh yeah, Tom, haha, yeah indeed. Yeah, so was it Thomas, to those that knew him in another sort of light, if you like. Yes, I'm sure it was Tom, haha. I'm just reading that again because that could, well, if I didn't know better, it could even be his name, Tom, haha, family name, haha. Anyhow, nope. No driving today. Okay, fine. So you're with us and you're stationary, which is good, which is very good. Today's been an interesting day. I certainly haven't been stationary. I've been out and about. In fact, I'm going to get straight into something that we saw earlier today. Just double check. Oh dear, where is it there? Yes, that's yeah. Double checking this one. All right. I'll leave it to you to just have a few thoughts and that sort of thing, because it's very strange. What happened on the train today? Don't forget we broadcast regularly at the moment at 11:11 p.m. British Summer Time. So that'll be 6:11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the United States of America. I'm going to check your comments now. Are you wearing your special... No, Jeff, no, I did think about that this morning, but I know thinking about it's not going to make it happen, and just hang in there, please. I have one, says Brenda. Oh, one of those cases, excellent. You are at Kennington Station, looks familiar. Absolutely. I'm not there anymore though. Do share this out as well, people. Don't know where she went. She certainly exited the train at the same stop as I, which was 2 stops later at the end of the line. But why on earth have a Darth Vader hat on? Well, something that more resembles, as someone said, a welding mask. Yeah, and some safety apparatus there on your head. I don't know. Apparently it's fashionable. It wasn't actually as bad as it might look on that video. But I actually, when I first looked at the lady when I was on the train, I thought she had a lampshade on her head. There you go. Anyway, want to see the whole video? It's a little bit of a journey today while I was in and around East London. So go check it out. It's wherever you're watching from. Well, no, that's not true. So I better tell you. So it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, and on Periscope as well. So yeah, and also the quality. I must remember to mention this to people going forward and in the future. But it was live. It was a live broadcast on Periscope, because when I'm out and about mobile at the moment, only broadcasting on the one platform, Periscope. Don't forget to follow there, and follow on Twitter as well. That's at Martin Shine. However, the quality, when I reposted that live video, and when I post the video onto YouTube particularly, and also Facebook, quality's a little bit better because of, well, technicalities, and you know, when you broadcast live, it isn't always the best picture in the world. It's it's a balance between convenience and quality. Then is live video at the moment, because you don't necessarily have the best 3 or 4G signal, and sometimes you don't even have a 3G signal, so we can't broadcast it. It's back to the good old 2G. Apparently, of course, 5G is on its way, even in the United States of America, where some of you will be watching from. Plenty of you do. Don't know where everyone's disappeared to at the moment. I think Brinda's, I mentioned her because she is, well, she's always here on our broadcast, if not live, watching. And Brenda, I think you're probably working your second job at the moment, if I remember correctly. Space Girl looks like she came out of the movie Back to the Future. Yes, you know what, I haven't actually forgotten to do this. I was just a bit, let's see what happens. Yes, it's working again. Oh, good. Yes, as you can see, everyone, just over there, we have our chat now in vision. That's really handy for those of you that aren't watching on a platform where someone else might be and they're commenting, because then you can see what they're actually saying. So there you have it. Right. As we broadcast, it is of course Tuesday, the 17th of September 2019. It has been. It won't be for much longer. And I'm wondering how your day's been, wherever it is. I always like to know that sort of stuff. So I do hope it's been going good. Yes. Wondering what's going on here at the moment, but I don't think there's much to wonder about. I think there's a couple of people. It's just that I'm noting. I'm looking at the register here. I'm not going to call out the names, but certainly looking at our register here, you know, and I notice a few people aren't here right now. But I've got just people are busy. People are busy. What can I say? What I do want to say, I want to remind you of our competition. If you want to win an Apple Ice Sponge. You probably haven't seen one of those before, unless you've been watching here. But there you are. That's the latest Apple Ice Sponge. Okay, and if you want to win that, then there's a couple other things as well you can win before I ask I'll tell you what the question is. A couple of these, okay? Now these are headphone splitters, earphone splitters, and up here, hidden away just behind the lollipop stick there, you have a plug that plugs into your digital device, and then you can possibly just about see there, there are two holes on the other end there, and you can put two sets of headphones in at the same time if there's two of you. Maybe you're laying on a bed, maybe you're laying on a beach or around a pool, maybe you're on a bus together and some sort of public transportation. There's also, hey, there's another one of those as well, the Cactus version. Again, similar thing. If you want to win those two earphone splitters and the Apple iSponge, the question, I'll try and keep it as simple as possible. It sounds more complicated than it is. I want to know, and this has been going on for a little while now, if you tell someone something and you want them to keep it a secret and confidential, what ideally would you expect their name to be? Okay, and an example as to where we are with that logic is that if you saw a man, a similar question is, if you saw a man on one knee in front of you, what would you expect his name to be? The answer would be Neil. Okay, so in the same way, the competition question, once again, if you tell someone something and you want them to keep it confidential and not tell another soul and keep it to themselves, what would you expect their name to be, ideally? If you think you know, you must be following me on Twitter, so head over to twitter.com/Martin Shine, as I was mentioning just before, and you can direct message me the answer. And hopefully we will have a winner sooner rather than later. As I say, quite a few people struggling with that one. Had a few direct messages with wrong answers, and other people wrong answers with a message saying I'm really at a loss, but this is my guess. So it's going to keep going on for a while, I think, this one, or is it not? Comments say, where is everyone? Space Girl. Oh yes, right. Well, Patty, I think we're in a different dimension at the moment. Yeah, not too sure, but wherever they are, I think they're definitely busy. Yeah, whatever it is, even if they're in the horizontal position and they're taking a few Z's, then they're busy. Yeah, they've had a very busy time in the real world, and I guess I think I can imagine actually one of the locals here on the same time zone as I think they're actually having a bit of a schnuffen as well, you know. Yeah, it's going to be a short broadcast, that's for sure, because it can be. I'm sorry to say, for those that are now going to start joining us, you see, people will start joining us now. Lady Liz 2's joined us as well. Hasn't said much though. Hasn't said much, have you, Lady Liz 2? But you're here for sure, and thank you for joining me. If you haven't seen today's live broadcast, that will be my last one. I don't mean the last one forever. I mean it was the last one that went out. Go check it out after this broadcast and go enjoy that. It's a good old, a good sight of the east part of London, and on my way travelling out of London. That was, yes. Today, it's just me. You know, there you go. You own it. Patty owns it. What page? Well, yeah, that's a good point actually, Patty. Which page are you watching on? I do wonder. I'm pretty sure this was reposted out. I'm 99.9% certain, because something there was a little sort of blip glitch at the beginning of this, so I'm pretty sure. Just double checking here on the technology. It's all certainly working away there in the background, and yeah. Everything is in order here, which is good. There you go. Oh, the computer's definitely having a moment there. Let me switch that like that. Excellent. Anyhow, what are you up to, Patty? I hope it's doing good though over there at the moment, and not too cold when it comes to the weather, because we are definitely, I remember last winter, Chicago and Wisconsin and Ohio as well, one of the coldest winters ever across the northeast of the United States of America, and it was very cold here as well in England. We certainly always get the winds from the North American ski continent. The winds and the weather sort of travel across the Atlantic Ocean to us here in Europe, and Western Europe. But I remember it was like minus 50 degrees centigrade Celsius in Chicago, and I remember someone held up a shirt, a t-shirt, and within 2 minutes it had just frozen like a piece of cardboard, and it was absolutely mad. Yeah, right. Well, this is going to end in about very, very soon, in about 4 minutes time, is it? Something like that. Maybe 5 as I speak. Listen, I hope you're going to have a great Wednesday, everyone. Hump day for a lot of people, but hey, it's up to you. There's only one person, and it's you that can change that and ensure that it isn't just a typical hump day this Wednesday. And of course, on the positive side of a Wednesday, for those that work Monday to Friday, well, it's downhill from there, really. By the way, you know, I haven't even touched on my drink today. Very decent cup of tea. What else is there to say? Oh, by the way, I just don't know why it just sprang to mind. I didn't remember to mention it earlier. But with the competition, we're looking for a lady's name, female name. Okay, so correlate all that together, and hopefully that helps. There we are. Right, everybody. Is there anything else I need to mention? I don't think so. Those of you that were asleep during this broadcast, how dare you? Shame on you. Really? But hey, as I say, I always remind people, often it comes up in conversation, where's this person? Where's that person? Where's everyone else? Of course, when we hit go live and broadcast, doing these little shows and videos, the thing is, you can never be timing it just right that it's convenient for someone else to. It's a bit like a phone call. I was having this discussion with someone the other day, actually. Can't remember why it came up, but you know, whenever you call someone, unless you've made an appointment, unless you've prearranged it, when you just go to pick up that phone, you know, on a Sunday afternoon and see how your best friend is, that sort of thing, unless they're with you, of course, in which case you're not going to do that. You're not going to need to do that. But if you're ringing someone, it's because you want to, and it's convenient for you. So never expect it to be convenient for someone to talk with you, let alone at length, but, you know, at all, when you call them. Because, you know, I mean, that's it. The phone just, of course, these days we do have voicemail and do not disturb. But the point is, when you do call someone, generally speaking, even if they have, you know, the phone rings, it doesn't mean that they're available. Yeah, because you don't every time stick your cell phone or landline, for that matter, on do not disturb when you don't want to be or can't be disturbed, particularly when something crops up just suddenly that you've got to attend to, you know. So anyhow, Patty says it's foggy right now, kind of muggy. Farmer's Almanac is predicting a very cold winter. Really, hopefully not much more severe than last winter. This is odd that the usuals are not here. We've had this before in the past, definitely. I personally think that it's because I was about to say, and then I've got to ask you first, really, Patty. I think it's because they didn't receive a notification when we went live. I think the technology may have let us down. Sometimes that happens as well. But then my question to you, Patty, is: did you receive a notification, or were you just, did you receive a notification from the live streaming platforms, from one of them, and all the technology here, or did you just receive a notification, which is a massive analog alarm clock that you've got there with the big hour hand and the not so little other hand there, the minute hand, and you set the time in one way or the other, or even just remembered that this is the time that we kind of go live as a community. I think that's what's happened though, everyone. But still, what I'm surprised at is that people haven't just checked by to see if we are live or not, if indeed that is the technology that's been letting them down. Hey Patty, look at this. This is like a Skype call, a WhatsApp call, or a FaceTime call. Look at, you know, it's a one-to-one at the moment, certainly with the chat, although I do see people there, certainly Lady Liz too, and others on Periscope. But the regulars, who knows? Who knows? Hey regulars, listen, you'll be telling me in the future what happened on this one, I'm sure. But there we have it. Right, nothing from FB. That didn't answer my question, Patty. I was asking if you received a notification. I didn't ask if you had received something specifically from Facebook. No, you see, because by telling me you didn't receive something from Facebook doesn't tell me definitively if you received anything at all. Maybe you received that carrier pigeon message. I really don't know. Oh dear, never mind. Anyway, we'll just have to keep guessing. Also, N. Moderigolade, bit like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, is joining us on Periscope as well. And yeah, we can't miss people out here now. Just remember, if you're new here, skipping through, don't forget to follow, and you'll receive a notification when the technology is working, which I have doubts on this. Yes, I did from Twitter. Ah, okay. Well, and then we've got to be aware, some people may be signed up, but not to Twitter. They might be, everyone's subscribed now, plenty of regulars to YouTube. Oh, don't forget, please, everyone, do follow us on YouTube. That's a big one to follow for the future going forward. YouTube, certainly, we're going to be there plenty, as well as Facebook. And Twitter's always a good one, as Patty's following there, to follow there. Again, it's Martin Shine on Twitter. Facebook is Martin Shine Live. And Periscope, same as Twitter, Martin Shine. And YouTube, Martin Shine COM. That's Martin Shine com. Why? Well, just because that was available. I can't change it these days because they changed their terms and conditions there on YouTube. You can no longer choose your own wonderful different name if you so wish to do so. So there you go. Right, so we'll press that down there, we'll do that one there, we'll hit that there just to remind you how you spell Moi's name, and then there you go. But don't forget COM at the end if you want to follow us on YouTube. Right. Okay, well, it's time to go then. It is 33 minutes past the hour of 11 p.m, 11:33 here in England, local time. Oh, it's just flipped over to 11:34 as I say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Until the next time. It might be before the next regular slot that we try and fit in. So tomorrow, it's even tomorrow for me because we're ending so early. Often it's not. It's sometimes we end this on the following day to when we began because it's so close to midnight. But hey, we've got a little bit, well, a few more minutes to go before midnight here local time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget, I can just remind you, follow, and we will all catch up soon. We certainly had a good chat, by the way, today, everyone. If you haven't seen that broadcast, then go back and see it. I'll catch you soon. Bye bye for now. Take care.